You kicking it off?
Now you kick it off.
All right, so we literally got two. First of all, we're not really serious, but once the camera come on, the two of we just get too serious. So ain't no balance here, ain't no Realty Ryan or Romano over here to just really like get us to come out of our shell. So let's not make this episode boring and serious.
Gotcha. So you decided what you want to talk about?
I really don't know, but let's kick it off this way. We're not gonna go. Well, it will be typical, right? So this has been a year now since you've been in the business. Yeah, you skated past a year. I've realized that your consistency is really starting to pay off, as you can see. And we spoke about this last week, and I was explaining to you how a lot of people really quit before they get to where you're at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So before anything, I want to congratulate you on just being consistent, being resilient, because you could have easily just said, man, this ain't working, because, it take a while before you see the result. But it's impossible for you not to see a result when you put in the work.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, because you started.
Huh? No, it's a record.
I thought you were going to kick it off like, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back.
Oh yeah, let's do
we gotta cut that out then.
Hey, listen, we're not the typical guys that's here, right? So what you call it now?
The Prefect Perspective Podcast.
No, that ain't what you call it. What you call it?
Podcast?
No, what the name of the channel?
The Norm something.
Oh, it's only tomorrow.
All right, so welcome, guys. This is Owning Tomorrow. This is myself, Fabian Weir. I'm here with Alex, the realtor. I mean, that's pretty typical, but hey, we're not your typical guys that you see here. As you can tell at this point, we don't even know how this thing functions, right?
True.
So right now, we're kind of like just on the fly, just really catching up on some stuff, and we're just going to talk some shit.
Yeah, we're just basically hijacking the podcast from the guys.
Yeah.
Just to talk.
Basically. And there's a couple stuff we're going to touch on, but before we really get to the deep stuff, I know we kind of dive into some shit already, but I tried Seven Curry.
Really?
Yes,
Thought you said you didn't try it.
No, I tried it. I attempted to try it.
How was it?
But guys, you know what? It was a cultural dive. Let's just call it that way. I heard a lot of good things about it, But as a Jamaican, that's my first experience with the Seven Curry.
How was it then? How was it? You said you attempted to try it, but did you try
Bro,
it?
I don't want the Guyanese people then to come for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to come for me. So
you had it.
Yeah, man, me eat some of it.
All right. I know you mentioned before you guys don't mess with what we call chana, but it's like split peas, right? Is it split peas? No, chickpeas.
Yeah, the chickpeas.
Yeah. How was it though?
All right, so the chana, I could deal with the chana.
The sour.
Right? I don't know that I don't fully understand the hype around the chana still, if I'm being honest. But the fact that they're able to make vegetable that good, because after all, I mean, is peas really a vegetable? I mean, technically it's a seed, so it's...
is it called legumes? I think it's legumes, right? Legumes and nuts or something. That's what it classes as, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but that me can deal with. And what the other one name?
Pylori. It's not fried dumpling.
I know it's not fried dumpling because people, the fried dumpling look a bit better still. But it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want my Guyanese people to come attack me after this. I gave it a shot. so the pylori, I could rock with the
chana.
The chana, I could rock with.
The mitai. The
tough one. Is like the little
biscuit
thing. Yeah. That me can deal with.
That's just fried dough.
That kind of remind me of like in Jamaica we have a thing what we call Donkey Kong. But it's a little bit tougher than that. But the flavoring is similar. You can taste some of the ginger notes. I think it's just basically
fried dough. I don't know.
You can taste some ginger notes in there too.
I think there is.
That wasn't super foreign. Okay? No, the Seven Curry now.
Too much curry.
In Jamaica we eat a lot of curry. But you guys eat a lot of curry.
No, I don't think you guys eat that. You guys just have goat curry and chicken curry. We curry everything else.
No man, you flip the thing, man. We have curry goat and curry chicken.
Right. Is
Not
it
the
curry
goat
goat
curry.
or curry goat or goat curry? Which one is it?
Come on, people.
Drop it in the comments.
Help us
guys.
out here. Because I can't imagine saying goat curry and chicken curry. Curry goat and curry chicken. Yeah, we eat that. And curry shrimp too. We'll do that.
Curry shrimp?
Yeah.
I've never had that at a Jamaican spot.
Really?
Never seen that on a menu.
I mean, but you probably don't really see much shrimp
on Jamaican menus.
On a Jamaican menu if you go to a regular spot. Yeah, so it was a cultural experience and it was dope. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna tell people what was the cultural experience?
No, we're not going to go too deep into that. But if you want to do.
It's fine, This is at my wedding.
Oh,
okay.
So I guess we're going
It's
there.
no big deal. Yeah, it was just at my wedding a few weeks ago.
You know, ladies, dry your tears.
Ladies.
You know what I'm saying? I know it is,
You can still buy a house with me though,
Yeah, man.
It's cool.
Yeah.
But
but it was dope.
I had invited him specifically just so he can, get the full cultural experience.
Yes.
And he had fun. He was dancing to tassa. What do you guys call that? Drums?
Yeah, that was lit.
Yeah.
That was lit. That was like, even if you ain't really wanted to move,
It was
like
making you feel it.
The drum wake you up. You know what I'm saying? It was a vibe. The rhythm and all of that stuff was there. And guys, just in case you don't know it, this wedding actually is 2 months long.
It's, it's not 2 months long. It's like a week long. What is he?
That was due to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to be committed, but I knew if I could be that committed. It was long.
It was literally 4 days.
That's it?
Literally 4 days.
4 days. I seen a lot. I seen Alex get seasoned up. Like, I thought, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was different. Like, it was dope because the unique thing about it is that even though we're all from the Caribbean, West Indian culture, it's just so much, there's so much difference. Even though there's so much similarity, there's so much difference.
At the same time, right?
At the same time. Where it was just so cool where you can see like a different culture, but it's not really a different culture, if that makes sense.
Yes. Well, the thing is, like, I don't know. You had told me there's not much, like, Hindus in Jamaica. So, like, I'm pretty sure that was, like, your first experience with a Hindu
That was
wedding.
my first experience.
Yeah, because, we never had this conversation before. But, like,
Yeah.
you said there's not much Hindus in actual Jamaica.
Well, I don't want to go out on a limb on saying that because for me, mine is very area-based,
Gotcha.
right? So
Makes
in where I'm from, it's not super common because I feel like if there has to be some percentage of the community that actually holds on to the culture like that far back. But I feel like a lot of times, maybe in Jamaica, everybody just kind of just say, "No, we are Jamaican. That's it." You know what I'm saying? But I feel like
so is that a religion we're Jamaican?
Yeah. Well, technically, because that is a religion, right? Yes, true.
Really?
So it's not just I'm saying like the Hindu that would be considered a religion.
Yeah.
So maybe some people that have that background might still hold on to it, maybe in similar fashion. But it's not as probably common as you will see in Guyana and probably Trinidad.
Probably
right?
Trinidad. I think those are the two.
Because you guys have a lot larger population
of the South, the Indians, East Indians.
Yeah, so for me, I would say that's my first experience. Like I told you, like one of my cousins, like his wife is actually from Sri Lanka and they have a Hindu background. But I really went there for 1 day of the wedding. Like I didn't realize that it was 2 months, you feel me? So
4 days, bro. 4 days.
All right, 4 days, guys. 4 days. But it was grand. It was beautiful.
It was dope.
Yeah, it was dope. Like it was the weather, thank God the weather held up.
Yeah.
So
it was slightly hot.
Yo, but we take the hot over the rain.
The rain any day.
Because just imagine if it was raining. All those plans was for outdoors.
And everything, it was in a parking lot, so everything was going to be messed up.
Exactly. So if the rain did fall, it would have been over with. You know? So it's been a good summer so far. And because of that, guys, we took a nice little outing. And I believe, what was that, like the week after?
That was the week after the wedding, but I was unable to go.
Yeah, the week after the wedding, we take a nice little outing and, we hung out at Black Island. Romano was supposed to create some footage. He's saying the footage didn't come out good. Well, he did snippets of some part, but a lot of it, I thought it was great. It was crazy. But he's a perfectionist. So he does, if the footage don't look up to par, he rather
leave it.
He'd rather leave it, you know what I mean? And I can respect that. But yeah, so we went to Black Island and it was cool.
I feel like me and him are the opposite because like I just do stuff and just like put it out there. I'm like, in my head, any content is good content. And then when I compare my content to Romano's content, I'm like, jeez. Yeah, he needs to teach me how to edit.
Him have the editing skills, him have the quality.
He have the tools though. He have all the tools and everything.
But the tools failed him this time though. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't work?
Because the same camera we record pan now, that's where some of the footage was supposed to be on.
Really?
Yeah.
This guy.
But I guess, because we were, on bicycles and all type of stuff, I guess it was just a lot going on. So it was dope.
I didn't like the way you introduced me just now.
All right, go on. Tell me what to do.
So, here people, I'm here with big listing agent Alex.
Oh, yes,
the realtor.
guys.
What's up with you, man?
My apologies, guys.
That's how you should do this thing, man.
So this is the big listing agent Alex, and he already told me earlier, don't let him come in the office again and the AC ain't already running for him, guys. Which the AC is on, by the way. But Alex don't know that the AC cut off when it reached temperature. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, let's talk about that. So, we started talking about that in the beginning because, we don't follow no form or function.
Yeah,
we just jump in. We don't know nothing.
Yeah.
So, it's really been, technically, we're in the third quarter of
the year.
Mm-hmm. But in your, what we would call a fiscal year for you, we're actually in your first quarter
of my second year.
Of your second year.
Yeah.
So I remember when all of this started and whatever, one thing I will always say is like, you have a different level of drive and ambition. From the first time I met you, I'm like, all right, this guy has his head on his shoulder, right? Yeah. And what we talk about all the time is, this is an analogy that I use all the time. You can't expect, if somebody's putting in 40 hours of work a week, you can't expect somebody doing 8 hours doing the same job results. To get the same results.
True. Unless they're lucky.
Lucky. Hey, listen, we don't even want to.
We don't want to go there.
Yeah, we don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? So we have to think and say, all right, you've maintained a level that I'm absolutely impressed by. A level that I find it hard to match as far as the consistency, the creative approach and all of that stuff. And maybe I'm not that I'm complacent, but maybe because, I've been doing it a while and I'm kind of stuck in my ways and it's been working.
So you just kind of relax.
I kind of work with it, right?
Gotcha.
But I like how you're trying to revamp that and say, okay, no, let me try my way and see, I'm going to use some of the stuff that's already there, but let me use some other creative approach to get there. So I know we don't want this to just be blah and boring and whatever, right? But what made you continue and push through, even though you literally had basically a whole year and towards the end is when you're really starting to see traction?
Yeah.
Like, what made you not say, man, this ain't for me. Let me go get a little job somewhere else?
It's funny. You're over here talking and making it seem like I'm so great. Like, I put in a lot of work and consistent, but to my own self, or, in my opinion, I haven't been putting in a lot of work like I know I should. I think I've been lazy. I'm being quite honest. We had a discussion last week where you were talking about putting in the hours, and then there was a whole big fight about being lucky, right? Yeah. And I'm just thinking to myself while everybody's just going off, I'm like, I don't think I'm putting in enough work to see the results that I want to see. Okay. Because if I'm being honest, you said you've seen a lot of approaches, right? But I haven't tried all the stuff I wanted to try. As yet, if I'm being honest with you.
It's been 1 year though.
Yeah, I haven't tried a lot of stuff that I wanted to try because of whatever reasons. Most of it, half of the year I was trying to plan the wedding, and then the wedding come and you said it's a whole month. But what kept me going is basically I want to be better, man. I want to go full time as soon as possible, and I want to start my own. Well, I want to start my own firm. I mean, you discussed this before. Yeah. I want to basically we discussed the franchise situation, have my own office, build my own team, and work from there. Like I said, I see Prefect Realty not just being a brokerage in East Hartford, but in the world, all over the world. The next Century 21, the next Keller Williams, or something of the sort.
That's a big vision.
It is a big vision. I know it's a lot of work, but
listen. Everything starts with a vision, right? Even when it seems difficult, or to some people might seem far-fetched. But everything that you see that's great now started from something.
Yeah, just to put it in perspective. And I mean, we're not trying to get boring and all emotional and stuff here.
No, man, we have to swing. We all over the place. Listen, we
know
have no
my
structure
situation here.
Yeah, man.
And to know where I'm at today, to all the stuff I'm able to do.
Yes.
I surprise myself sometimes. I'll be like,
yes.
How am I able to do these things knowing my situation here? You know what I'm saying? And I think I surprise a lot of people because they go like, wait, you can do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm surprised by it though. Because I feel like I think one thing with me, I feel like I have the ability to see potential in people. And the thing that I struggle with sometimes is that sometimes I see more potential in people than they see with themselves. And then that's where sometimes we have contention. Because from when I first met you from before, when we were dealing with the whole situation, your parents was trying to take care of something. And I remember like how thorough you were. At first, to be honest with you, like it kind of annoying to me a little bit.
Like a Karen?
Yeah, it kind of annoyed to me because I'm like, yo, what's up with this kid, yo? Like, you know what I'm saying? But part of me was like, I would do the same thing for my mom.
Yeah.
But so I had to like look at it first. But the reason, like, initially I was like, yo, I'm really trying to help him right now. And he make it, you know what I'm saying? Because I was really doing something a little bit out of the ordinary because I feel like when I met them, I was like, I just like them. And there's something, there's a level of decency and comfortability. And I say, you know what? I know a lot of people probably won't give like
Certain
a little
information.
opportunity and help. And I say, you know what? I'm gonna do everything I can, and I'm gonna see what I can do. And then I do that, and Alex show up.
I'm going through the
Alex is like flipping everything. He's like, and I'm like, this man don't even know how much people. I just say, nah, over here, man. I got it right here. You understand what I'm saying? Because I always remember, like when I was there, like you know, your aunt and your mom, and you know, them come and them we had a conversation and thing, and I said, all right, you know, and man, Alex took like probably 30 minutes to read that contract. I said, all right, I'm gonna be in my office. I'm gonna be in my office, and you take a look at it. Then when you come back, and part of me, if I must admit, part of me was like, this dude is crazy. Like, what do you think I'm trying to do? Like, I'm really, like, I'm trying to
help him.
Yeah, I'm really trying to help him and stuff, you know. But then when I really thought about it, like, I will always be a mama's boy, bro. Like, no matter how old I get.
We got it on camera, by the way.
Hey, listen, I ain't ashamed of it. I love my mother, bro.
Same here, bro.
Love my pops. Like, anything when it comes to my appearance, like, listen, I'll do anything. You understand?
You know, that's
and
what I tell everybody too.
That's one of the first things that I saw with you that I said, yo, I really admire that because I could see myself in that. You understand? Where I say, yo, that is literally how I would approach it. Maybe not as extreme. You know what I'm saying? However, I couldn't knock it.
Yeah.
I could not knock it.
Probably,
so from that, I know, say you're
probably can't
somebody.
even find that contract right about now. It's probably in the trash or something.
Probably. But you know what? Those are small things. Those are small things that maybe you remember or maybe you don't. But those are small things that I look at and I say, nah. Because at the time, were you like 18, 19?
No, I was like 19, I think.
Maybe 19.
Yeah.
And I said, 19-year-old kid. And look at how his parents is stepping back and letting them handle everything. I say, yo, that's somebody that's different. Yeah, that's somebody who have a level of maturity a lot older than their age. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's funny. I've been called an old guy so much time because the way I act.
Yeah.
I mean, people be telling me, like, funny story. I went to a showing the other day, and I'm just like, you know, the client is looking around and what's not. It's for one of this rental that I have. And when the client goes, do you smile? I'm like, yeah. She goes, smile, you know, you're very good looking when you smile.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. And then Romano goes, bro, you need to smile some more in the podcast.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, what do you want me to be like?
But it's funny because you said that to me a while back.
That you don't smile.
You say, yo, every time I see you do your videos, you're so
never
serious.
Smiling.
But anybody that know me know I'm not really like a serious person. Like I'm very like, if it's business, I'm gonna be serious. Like if you don't know me, maybe you think that, but like if you know me for real, like I'm always cracking jokes. It's just how we are, and Alex is the same exact way.
Literally.
So my biggest, when you said, yo, let's go do this pod together, I was like, man, this is about to be like a newscast.
This is about to be like,
so good afternoon, guys.
So welcome to Prefect Realty, and Alex the Realtor, Fabian the broker guy.
Yo, so the last 2 days, I was like, yeah, let this not be like
serious.
Like we're doing a newscast, because once we cut on the camera, it's almost second nature for us to become like that. But when we're not recording, man, like we just talk shit, bro. Like we literally, like we don't.
To be laughing nonstop.
Yeah.
They were cracking up just before we even go live on the camera.
Yeah, facts. So like, all right, so we're gonna swing it back.
Mm-hmm.
So towards the end of the year, like you done
my year.
Yeah, your year.
Yeah, the fiscal year.
You done put in a lot of leg traffic because you go door to door dropping stuff off.
Yeah, that was good fitness.
You know, you've done a lot of research on I would even say, what would you consider that? Maybe like calling the ops, like stuff to really
lead gen
farm,
websites,
like
or
lead gen and farm
websites.
And whatever.
Yeah.
No, people, like you could go watch many YouTube videos. They will tell you how great lead generation is. A lot of brokerages use it as a selling point, right? Because they say, all right, but if you look at the results sometime when you're talking about percentage, right? You realize that most production does not come from lead generation. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, it's probably less than 2%.
Because I heard a lot of big agents say, right? And
Yeah.
big agents here, they told me that as much lead generation they do, it all comes from word of mouth. Referrals, because I've heard big agents with millions of followers on their Facebook and
Exactly.
Instagram, they goes, no, that just give them likes.
Exactly.
And
But
shares.
no, imagine from a business standpoint, right? Which is genius because, I'm somebody, I think a little bit deeper into everything because I'm trying to figure out, okay, I'm going to be a straight shooter, but why do some people divert and go this way? Now, if you really think about it, right? All the potential that you have, right? Let's say if I was trying to reel you in and say, yeah, this would be the place here. Like, let's say if I had to convince you to that extent, I'm saying, yeah, I'm going to do lead generation because it's important to you, right?
Well,
or let's say it was already in place, right? I feel like a lot of companies add it as part of their overhead, right? To basically get the people in, knowing that the production is really still going to come from your
word of mouth, referral.
Your efforts. Like,
Yeah.
we're talking about real, tangible efforts that you can say, hey, I did a seminar or I met with this person. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of them know the metrics behind it. But because so much people want the easiest route or what they think is the easiest route, they offer it up to say that.
But that's funny because it's not really funny. It's you're right because when I come and do the interview with you to get my license and stuff, I told you I had interviews lined up with 2 or 3 other brokerage.
Yeah.
And you said that's fine. But the thing is, they were advertising the lead gen, yes.
Yeah.
Right? They said, oh, they have a lead gen, they have this. But the thing is, you have to pay for the lead gen as part of the commission from part of your split or whatever. And I was thinking to myself, like, it doesn't matter where I work, whether I work with a big company or a small company. In real estate, you got to get your own clients. Nobody's going to say, hey,
thank you,
take a client. And that was one of the discussion that I had because another family member, he's like an assistant broker, family friend.
Yeah.
And my uncle was kind of mad at me because I didn't go with him and I came with Fabian because, he's some big agent or whatever. But I told him that it doesn't matter where I go. I still got to get my own clients. And I'm looking at it, put in all the hard work now, maybe tough now, but in the future, it's get better. It'll get better.
Yeah.
And
you said something earlier, and even from the first time, like I said, we're very similar in our ambition. So whatever direction you choose to go in the future, like I'm sure you'll be fine, right? So it makes me think about the work that you put in, right? Even like when I ventured out saying I'm gonna start this company or whatever, bro, I had no clue. Like literally, I had no clue, right? I was 2 years in as a realtor, still learning, working a full-time job, Yes, I had put all the pieces in place in preparation for it. That's just how I think and how I move. And man, when I tell you, out the gate, it was very difficult. And that's because I felt like I was attacking too many things at once. Like, you understand? So I had to learn to say, okay. And I was talking to another broker that was doing a smaller company also that was doing it before us. And he said, man, don't even worry about it, man. The recruiting and all of that stuff, you're going to drive yourself crazy. Because you don't have the big name behind you. So people won't necessarily just run to you like that. But he said, like, yo, just put in the work. They're going to come.
It's funny that I'm glad that I decided to come because, like you said, a lot of people expect when they're doing the classes, right, that, real estate, when you jump into real estate, your phone is going to be ringing down. I want to buy, I want to sell. That's what people think. I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm on a beach somewhere and I'm just getting messages. Maybe not now, maybe in 2 years, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad I started working with you because, I'll be ringing your phone from 8 a.m.
Yeah.
He's on vacation and I'm ringing on his phone. I mean, if my name was like a bit like a girl name, his wife would be killing him by now. She'd be like,
factual.
On a day, I call you like 6 times on a day, probably 4 or 5 times on a day.
See, I'm going to tell you why it works. Because it was Romano, and then Romano's like, nah, I don't need you no more. But then you call me.
Yeah, because I call him like for the most random shit, bro. Like, hey, can I do this? He was like, yeah, why can't you? I'm like, 2-minute calls every 5 minutes.
See, but that's what it's all about, man. Like, and honestly, outside of just people that's here, if I'm cool with you and you somewhere else, you call me, I'm answering. You know what I mean? And that's just how I am. Like, I'm not saying just random Joe Smo, everybody I'm gonna give time, but like if I genuinely have a good rapport with you and you need something, you call me and say, hey, what you think about that and whatever. it don't matter if you over here or over there or whatever. If I'm cool with you, I'm cool with you.
Yeah.
You understand? Because at the end of the day, like even when I just started, remember I'm telling you, I was fairly new into it. So a lot of these things I learned as I was going and I was building. And what's great is that, like they say, to me, you're a different generation from me, for sure.
Because I grew up in the AI generation. Well, not so much AI. Now I'm getting into the AI, but like I know a lot more technology than you do.
So a lot of things.
Can you still be handwriting letters?
I would.
You still
but
do?
My handwriting terrible. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably the only reason I
somebody in
would
the
do it.
21st century handwriting. Wait, who even sent letters? Bro?
In the midst of this, guys, Alex is gonna offend a lot of people that's over the age of 35. FYI. But you know what? I learned a lot from you guys at the same time. Because Romana made a joke a couple of weeks ago talking about Trump is my generation. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most ridiculous. So apparently I'm old, guys. You know what I'm saying?
He's very old. Old-fashioned guy.
Old-fashioned, I guess.
Still sending letters and writing on them. Like, sending letter is one thing. Who still uses letter to communicate?
But see, I get a lot of, you know, the good thing about it, and I think when I was starting this business, right? We had some foundation people that was a part of the team, and the system was never really different from it is now, right? Meaning that I was the same person, probably not as knowledgeable, but getting there. But like, it was always, I'm open to your opinion.
Gotcha.
I'm open to your ideas. It's never like, oh no,
I know the best and my way.
Nah, because at the end of the day, it's like there's so much things value that you could bring to say, hey, Finn, what you think about this? Like you call me and say, yo, what do you think about this?
We have this conversation the other day when I told you, literally told you that we learn every day. You told me I should talk about it in the podcast, or the stuff that we talked about with Elon Musk and the rich people.
Yes.
When you told me I should talk about it on the podcast, he wanted to talk about basically, well, I'm not too 110% sure as to how it works, but I just heard it from like looking at videos and stuff, like what rich people do is that how they don't pay taxes because they have millions of shares in companies that is worth $5 billion, and the only how they can pay taxes on them is if they liquidate them, meaning selling them. So what the rich people do is that they just go to the bank, use them as collateral, and take money from them that is tax-free money. And he didn't, understand. Well, you understand the concept, but you had no clue of it.
Yeah, which is genius, right?
It is.
Because you see, the everyday people like you are the realtors that people think make $1 gajillion.
$1 yeah. Like one guy told me the other day.
They kill us in taxes.
One guy told me the other day, I don't care if you're making 100,000 on the sale of this. So I'm like, wow, you really think I'll be making a lot? He goes, you must be making 100,000 when you sell this. So I'm like, yeah.
Bro, I ain't even want to go there, bro. Because honestly, people have this, that's like a pet peeve of mine. Like this idea that that realtors is just, and I can't speak, I don't know, I don't think I really know anybody that thinks like this, but this is what they think is a consensus of people that think that realtors just want to get commission. They'll do anything for commission.
Get a commission.
Buddy, like this is like the hardest job I've ever had, bro. Like,
I honestly thought coming into real estate would be like a cakewalk. I literally thought I would have just sit down on a chair, foot up, and just relaxing, and I'm gonna get calls. Hey, I want to sell a home. Hey, I want to sell a home. Hey, I want to sell a home. And until now, I'm still trying to figure out as I go. I'm trying to, figure out a lot of stuff as I go. But
but what I would say is that, you see, when you're in this business, the money will always come. In time, the money will always come, right? But what it comes down to is, you see, if integrity and the hard work is in the forefront, you can never lose.
It's like,
it's impossible.
It's all about referral. And you can only get a referral if you deal with somebody with integrity.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch somebody, watch this video one time. I always watching these videos, I don't know why. A salesman the boss is trying to hire the salesman. And he told the salesman, take this pen and sell it to me. So the guy goes, do you want a pen? He said, no, but still sell the pen to me. So the guy said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to find somebody that wants a pen. Explain to them why your pen is the best pen. And then when he have trust in him, he's going to refer him to all of his friends. And that's how he's going to make money.
If that item makes sense for that individual.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to challenge you to something.
Gotcha.
Right? No, you say, we understand the importance of referrals. In business, they will let you know that, word of mouth is the biggest
Everything.
thing, right? No, what do you, because in real estate, there's a lot of things that could be beyond your control, right? So sometimes it can be in your favor, sometimes it could be not. It could not be, right?
Like me right now with one of my listing.
No, but I'm more talking about, like, let's say, for example, okay, I'll even use that first listing that you thought you was going to get, that you were so excited. You were sending out your mailers. That wasn't really, and then you got one person that hits you up and you're like, all right, that's golden.
Yeah, I'm over the moon. I'm ecstatic. I'm on the podcast talking about it.
Just for her to then
just 2 weeks later fire me.
Yeah. Because you were being very patient with that person. You weren't even pushing.
I was being patient.
You were very patient.
I was literally being a nice guy. I was driving out there, walking her through what to do, and she goes, "Oh, you're not doing your job, and I want to rescind the contract." I'm like, "What? We had an agreement."
The other person came in and told them exactly what they want to hear, because a lot of times in this industry,
it's
right?
all about what they want to hear.
It's like you have people that will just tell a client what they want to hear, as opposed to being the professional. So to me, being the professional would mean that I'm going to use my expertise to properly advise you, right?
Yeah.
And I might say to somebody, hey, listen, like, I'm being transparent. I don't want you to think that your house is not worth the $1 million that you're saying. But, maybe my numbers aren't showing this, right?
Yeah.
And you have some people that will respect that, and some people will go with the person that say, yeah, I can sell your house for $1 million. And they know it can't sell for $1 million.
But you see, the thing is, as realtors, like you said, our duty is to our clients most of the times. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I'm sensitive, but I always have my client best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say, just give me the listing because I wanted to. For example, look, one of the listing that I have that it's on the market for a while.
Yeah.
We could just put anybody in there because we want the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to do that. We want to make sure the person that we put in there is the right person that will benefit our client in the long run.
And this, for me, I will say that this is probably something that I do take to heart. Like, and I find that sometimes, in a food culture, I've had, like, people come to you in a way to say, like, with skepticism. Like, what makes you think like that? Right? Oh, make sure you do, like as if you're just gonna put their loved one or this person in a situation because you want commission. You want to make money, right? And maybe sometimes we don't have nothing to compare to, but I wonder if everybody has these experience, because to me, I feel like a lot of times, I don't know if it's something that's taught, right? Without them realizing that they're learning it, where they can't trust, people within their community to say that, okay, this person is going to handle my business with integrity, right? So as a realtor, the hard thing about it is not even just getting the sale and doing all of this stuff. It's to be able to maintain. But if you're doing everything where you're supposed to solidify that trust, right? I'm going to take it personal if you think that
you're out to get them or something.
And I'm learning to draw back from that and be like, okay, I don't know what your life experience has been, right? Because maybe there's things that happen in your life that make you be this way, right? I don't know. So sometimes, you never know. It's almost like this trauma that people might have experienced. So I usually try to approach it like that before. And I say, hey, I don't know what your life has been or why you think this way, but I could assure you that's not my avenue.
Gotcha.
But we can't have the same conversation over and over. Because at that point, I'm going to get to the point where I say, hey, listen, thank you for the opportunity, but you probably want to use somebody else.
A lot of
and
people,
you have to be okay with that. I know we have goals and we want success and all of that stuff. And it's not because you think you're above this or you're above that. But you see your integrity, right? You have to protect that. And the minute somebody you could have that conversation, but it doesn't make a difference. Because imagine you got to put in an offer and the offer got to be $60,000 over asking price. Mm-hmm. If that person doesn't trust your integrity, how would that ever work?
True.
How would you ever be able to get them into a property? And then when you can't get them into a property, you're going to say, oh, my realtor is terrible.
Yeah, he's not doing his job.
He's not doing his job.
Or
it's tough.
He's not lucky.
He's not lucky. Yeah. Well, I don't know how much time we run this.
Probably been over a while.
Right?
I have an appointment, bro. Remember, I'm a big-time listing agent.
So listen, he's a big-time listing agent, guys. I'm glad that he took some time out of his schedule to interview poor little old me.
Yeah.
So Alex, before we even chip out of this, man, I just want to say congratulations on, the last closing. And I know you got a bunch in the pipeline. It took me a while to even get to the point where I was doing listings like that. You know what I mean? And you're at the point right now where it's like everything out the gate is listing. It's usually the other way around where
because I remember
working
you
with a lot
telling
of
me when I
buyers.
first started, oh, you're not gonna do listing for anytime soon, so just focus on the buyer aspect of things. I'm like,
because it took me a few years. It took I want to say it took me probably 2 or 3 years before I got my first listing. You understand?
gotcha.
So yeah, so not sure what Ryan and Romano's outro is.
We'll catch you later.
But we'll catch you.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Hey Corey.
Hello?
I'm fine.